Hello?
Hey, am I speaking to Mesh?
Yeah?
Hey, myself Ashok, I've been calling from HP.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, hi. Let me put Rupesh as well in this call. One of my colleagues.
1 second.
మీరు మాట్లాడేది
So, hey,
Hello.
Rupesh, you
Yeah.
there?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
hi. Hey, hi Mahesh. So this is Ashok and Rupesh from HP.
Yeah, hi.
So,
Yeah, Nish.
okay. So, hope you already had got a notice on this interview, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Is it the right time to talk to you?
Yes,
for 2
we
minutes?
can go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So before we start up the interview, so can we get something about yourself?
Sure. Yeah. Myself, Mahesh, and I do have totally 3.8 years of experience in SQL and MSBA technologies. And I do have very good experience in writing SQL queries, simple and complex, based upon the situations. And I have used some of the ETL packages as well to load the data from source to destination. And I have worked on the SSIS logins, package configuration, deployment as well. And then after, I also worked on the SSRS reports, table, matrix, sub reports, drill down, drill through reports and all. And also involved in deploying the reports into report server. And apart from this, I also involved in creating web applications. Like I did not work on the ASP.NET and all, but I used to give my support to write the queries and build the applications and all. So yeah, that's all about my overall experience.
Okay. So we have this script task, right? So what kind of language you have used there?
Script task I have used for like not many scenarios, but if there is a some scenarios like rename the like file name or appending the dates and all, so that point of time I have used this script task.
Which language you have used for that?
Yeah.
Which language?
We are using ASP.NET.
ASP.NET.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are the different deployments you have worked on?
So in SSIS level?
Yeah.
Okay. So see, currently we are using 2012 version, and I have involved in a project deployment. So wherein like by using the ISPack file, so we used to deploy the all the packages into the SQL Server integration catalog, and then after using SQL Server agent, so we'll be deploying, we'll be like creating the job, and we will be automating.
Okay. So basically, you have this ISAC file, right?
Yes, ISPack file.
Okay, ISAC. Okay. So what about the other deployment mode?
Yeah.
Do you know?
So yeah, we do have a package level deployment, which is there in like in 2008 R2. Again, we can able to convert the into project level to package level in 2012 also. So wherein it will be having the manifesto file, and by using the manifesto, what we can do is we can deploy the packages into MSDB database, and then after we can able to like deploy all the reports wherever you want. And again, there we do have two types of deployments: SQL Server and file system. So in file system, if I want to dump in a particular servers and all, so by using the network path, we can able to push all the reports from all the packages from here to there. And in the SQL Server, so we can able to save in DB level.
Okay. So you said, understand, like once we deploy this in SQL Server, we have SQL agent job.
Yes.
Wherein to trigger those things. Okay. So
Yes.
say you have an file system mode of deployment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how do you trigger the job?
See, I did not work on it actually, the file system level.
Oh,
So I do not have my idea. Yeah.
Okay. So do you have you written any batch jobs? Batch
No, I don't have experience on.
No experience in batch. Okay. So you have this package, right? So have you worked on this parent and child package?
Yes.
So say for example, I have an variable declared in parent package. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to send that variable into the child one.
Okay.
So do you know how do you do that?
Yeah. So we have a package configuration like a parent package variable configuration. So by using that, we can able to pass it.
Parent package configuration
Variable.
variable
Yeah. So by using that configuration, we can able to pass the parameter value from child to parent.
from child to parent.
Yeah. I mean parent to child.
So do you know how to do that in the vice versa?
Which one? Which version?
So I was asking you, okay, you have parent package, okay?
Correct.
Say for example, so you have a parent package and you have a child package. Okay? Say for example, parent A and child A.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in parent A, I have a variable called file path.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to pass this file path variable into child.
Mm-hmm.
So can you just give us the steps? Okay, how do you configure that?
Okay. So first I'll use the execute package task to call the child package, and then
Okay,
after I'll create a configuration called parent package variable configuration, which is one of the type in the configuration. So there will make the mapping between the child package and the parent package. So what value needs to be passed from the parent package to the child one.
okay. So you're saying there is a configuration called parent.
Yes.
Parent. Is that the right way?
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So say you have another package. Okay? So something like package A, and I want to have this connection string as dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to make this connection string as dynamic so that say you have different environments, right? So when you change the environment, I don't want to open the package and do something. Change it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just want to create a configuration file so that I will just change the
Correct.
this connection string.
Correct.
So how do you create that in?
So so what we can do is we can able to create a parameter or a variable, and in that variable, so we'll pass the data source, which is nothing but server name, and the catalog. So there will be a query like actually in the SSRS where when you are writing the expression, it will give you the data source and catalog, right? So we'll configure the same thing in the variable level, and that variable, so we'll pass it to the connection string. So in the connection string, we have a expression. So there we need to select the catalog option. Then we need to pass the parameter value there, and that parameter or variable information you need to store it in the configuration level, so that whenever someone pass some value, first it will connect to the configuration file and get the latest change, and that value will pass it through a variable to the connection string.
No, if it is an if you are storing that in the variable,
Okay.
what do you want to do other things? You can directly store the entire thing in a variable itself. Right?
Sorry.
No, if you are storing that values in a variable,
Mm-hmm.
so what kind of variable you will store this value?
So it will be project level, like a task
Okay,
level
project
will be
parameters.
creating
Right.
control level.
Okay. So project parameters. Right. So if you are saving it in the project parameters,
Mm.
what type configuration will do it?
So we can go for any configuration like XML or DB configuration, anything we can go for.
Okay. Okay. Apart from that, is there any other way? Okay. I don't want to store in the project parameters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because again, if I change the environment, I have to rebuild my structure, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to do that. I just want to something like HTML file or a config file, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of. So
Okay.
how do you do that?
So see, when you create any XML or whatever it is, while configuration, so we can able to select all the a particular parameter value, we can able to select it. That properties we can able to select while doing the configuration. So at that time, it will store the existing value in the configuration file. That when you change something, automatically it will detect the change, new change, and it will pass it to the connection stream.
Have you heard about this .config file anywhere?
Which one?
Anytime. .config file.
Dot config file. So it will be .web config file, right? You are talking about? Hello? Hello? Are you talking about .web config file?
Yeah, not the .config. I'm saying SSIS.config file. Have you ever seen about it?
So you mean to say when we create any configuration, that time it will create a file. That is what you are asking? Or yeah, that is the dot config file, right?
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
What is the .config file?
It will be kind of, it will store the information of that like that variable or properties, whatever we have selected, and from that it will read the values.
Can you show connections there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So, and what are the different? Can you tell something difficult thing you have done in a case?
Which? No, you
Can
are right.
you tell one or can you tell a few things you have done in a case which you can say it's very difficult for me if you have done?
So in SSIS level, you are saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, see, I have worked on some of the files like ragged format files. Whenever we are reading that file, so I just face little bit difficulty because whenever we having the data in that file, no, it's not a fixed format. So identifying those columns and then values and then again doing the mapping, so it's not that much easy actually. So that is the one difficulty I face. And when I implemented something like parallel mechanism along with the performance, so I am reading the XML files actually. So that point of time,
Okay.
so I
you said that RAG file, right?
yes.
RAG format. So how do you fix that?
Yeah, basically we need to identify what are all the columns we require there, and then in the source level, so there will be scaling actually. So scaling in the sense for each and every value there will be a dot symbol. So we need to select from where to where there will be a starting and ending point actually. So we need to select what exact values we need it in the output. Then after we need to define the columns. Then we need to do the mapping.
Okay. So once you close that, then that's it, right? So next time it should load automatically, right? So that's the development, no?
Yes, it's a development. Yes.
Okay. Once you do that, so
Initially,
then the
I
next time
just faced little bit difficulty to find it actually because I did not work on that RAG format file. I have worked on only CSV and Excel file. So I just faced a little bit difficulty while working on it.
Okay. So what is the maximum file size you have loaded?
You see, maximum like 10-20 MB files I have loaded most probably.
That's it? Only 1020?
Yes. So so it will be most probably this CSV files I have worked on.
Okay.
So it does not contain more than that.
So I have around 1 GB file to be loaded. So what will be your your approach to load the file?
Maybe we need to increase the buffer size and all, and also basically it will whenever you are executing any data flow task and all, the temporary operations will happen in either a C folder and all. But when you change that C folder to some D folder, it will be kind of a good performance because most of the operations will happening on C, right? So that operations we need to change it into another folder. And also whenever we are loading this kind of files, we also need to take care of the database destination tables, the indexes and all. So we need to drop and recreate it based upon the fragmentation levels.
Okay, so you're talking about something about fragmentation, right? So what is in the fragmentation?
Sorry?
What is fragmentation? Why we?
See, why? Because
what fragmentation does?
So what fragmentation will do is it will give the percentage level, like whether we need to drop the indexes or whether we need to rebuild it. Because if it is less than 30, so there is no need to drop and recreate, because the system can do it. So there won't be much performance issue there. So if the fragmentation level is greater than 30%, then it means that dropping and recreating will take rebuilding the whole thing will be taking more time. So instead of that, what you can do is we can simply drop the
rebuilding an index and fragmentation is the same thing.
No. Once the fragmentation is done, we will rebuild the whole thing. Like we'll recreate and then we'll rebuild all the indexes and all. So if it is less than 30%, then we'll reorganize.
Hold on. So okay, what does rebuilding do? So you're saying rebuilding an index, right? So if you do rebuilding an index, what it does?
So when you create index and then when you rebuild it, so there will be index pages in the back end. So it will create all the index pages and it will maintain the whole data based upon the index we have created, whatever we have created, either it is clustered or non-clustered.
Okay, so I'm fine with the cluster and non-clustered index.
Yeah.
If I rebuild the index, what happens?
It will create again binary tree, all these indexes in the back end level.
What advantage it gives me? Why should I rebuild again?
Because see, already we have dropped it, right? Already we have dropped it, right? So again,
no, I will say, okay, forget it. I have not dropped the indexes. I have created an index.
Mm-hmm.
So should I rebuild my index now? In what scenarios we go for rebuilding an index?
So if it is if the fragmentation is less than 30, so that point of time we can rebuild. So what will happen? So let's say you have inserted 100 rows. Okay. Already indexes has been created on top of it, and the binary tree has been defined. Now again you have inserted 200 records. So that point of time your fragmentation level is 30, less than 30%. Now when you rebuild it, so the binary tree will again restructure for all the 300 rows. Yeah.
So okay, in this case, this fragmentation will come down. We say that okay. So say you have inserted 100 records and then again you are inserting 200 records. Now the fragmentation level has come to less than 30%. Now I'm rebuilding the index. So will my fragmentation level again decrease?
No, it's not about the increase or decrease. Okay. So it will just various scenarios there. Okay. And then based upon that conditions, characteristics and all, it will give the percentage. Based upon the percentage, whether we need to rebuild or reorganize. It doesn't mean like once it is rebuilding, the fragmentation will decrease or increase.
Okay. So now you're saying that see, as per my understanding, rebuilding the index is something different, like something different. Fragmentation is something different.
Yes.
So rebuilding an index is something like, okay, if there is any index level, right? So there might be some delays or something, right? So those things or some data might not be captured in some pages, right? So
yes.
Those things will get occupied.
Yes.
That is what my understanding of rebuilding. So
yes.
Fragmentation is totally different from rebuilding.
Exactly.
Okay, so fragmentation level is something like initially we might have that say that okay, for each data page I want to store like something like 70%. So if I do that fragmentation level, I can increase that to some 80% or 90%, something like that.
Yes.
So that is what my understanding. So where comes this rebuilding and where comes this fragmentation? Those things are quite different, right?
Yes, it is completely different.
Okay, so let me say I have a huge table. Okay. I have a huge table wherein I get daily some around 800 MB of file. So you can say that around 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs records per day. It's a daily feed. Okay. So how do you design the table?
I think it's better to go for a partitioning. because it has a huge amount of data, right?
Okay. I want you to design a table. So daily I'm getting some tons of data, something like 800 MB, 1 GB file, wherein that has around, say some 10 lakh records per day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how do you design the table? How do you make sure that my performance is not compromised?
So while inserting or while retrieving?
Whatever. So while even inserting my job should not take more time, right? So even while selecting should not take much time to get the record.
Based upon the percentage of fragmentation level, either I'll drop the indexes first and then recreate it, or I'll just reorganize it. First, that is what I'll do first. Then also after recreating the indexes, so we'll see what and all the columns we'll be using the where class whenever we are querying. On top of it, we'll go for the clustered indexes and then non-clustered indexes on top.
Okay, first how do you design this table? Okay, I have you can say it's a full load file, okay? Consider that you are getting this full load file daily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and which might contain the existing data or the data also. Delta in the sense new data,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So there might be some data deletions also. So you will be getting all this information in a, whenever you say full load file, it will have the entire data.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your approach to load the data into the system?
So you mean to say that the whenever you are loading the same file, might be it has the same data which is already present in destination also, right?
Correct.
So we need to eliminate that record, right?
Okay. Say for example, that file has around some 10 lakh rows. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So out of the 10 lakh rows, the second day, if you load it for the second day, so there might be around 9 lakh records already present.
Mm-hmm.
50,000 is missing, and 1 lakh is added again. Something like that.
Okay.
So in that case, you no need to do anything with the 9 lakh records, right? So only you have to do with the 2 lakh records.
Correct.
So how do you
I need to make a comparison.
design your package?
Then I need to make a comparison between source and destination by using a lookup transformation. Then I'll eliminate all the matching records, and whichever not matched are there, that is 2 lakh records. Only that records I'll try to load it into the destination.
Okay, so lookup transformation is fine. So if you consider this performance, right? So if your lookup transformation, if it is like 50,000 records or 2 lakh records, it's good. Okay, do you think lookup transformation will work for millions of records?
I can go for the cache modes there, so that the whole data can be stored in that particular table in a cache file, and then we can make a comparison. And the another way of doing this is like we can able to keep the data in a temporary table, and we can go for a merge statement, so which is there in the SQL server level. So that will be like a good performance actually.
Okay. So when you go for cache, so what are the different parameters you look for this lookup transformation?
So when you go for a cache mode, so we need to select which columns and all we need to map first of all.
Correct. Okay, that is one thing. So other parameters, do you have any system level parameters to check for?
Maybe we need to increase the buffer size because the temporary cache file might be keep on increase, so that it's better to increase the buffer size like in the properties, in the control flow level properties.
Okay. Okay. So okay, if you go with your second thing, like having a staging table, loading it to a staging table, and then into the main table.
Yeah.
So how do you see this performance between your table level and lookup transformation? So which one you will go for? Which has the advantages and which has?
Can you come again with the question?
So you said lookup transformation, the first approach is lookup transformation, right?
Correct.
So second approach is here at table level.
Correct.
So which one you will suggest? Which one you will go for?
I think it's better to go for the loading into temporary table and then comparison. It will be good actually, because there will be DB to DB, the action will perform there. So performance will be good in the case of merge statement.
Okay. Okay. So you had worked on SQL, right?
Yes.
So have you worked on triggers?
Yes.
When we go for triggers?
So if there are some kind of the confidential tables like employee client information tables, report information, and I don't want to mess up with the table by someone, and I want to, if they are trying to access something on top of it, I want to maintain the audit information and all, I'll go for a trigger.
Okay. So how do you pass parameters to triggers?
No, we cannot pass anything for a trigger
Then how will you get the data then?
because everything can be get it by using the system defined variable.
So what
Global
are the
variable.
variables?
So we have a server name, we have a user, current user.
Okay. That is fine. That is fine. You said that we'll do some audit, right?
Yeah.
So in the audit, so if I do something like insert or update, I want to transfer that insert or say for example you're doing some update.
Okay. So that
So
time
the
I can get
existing
the
value.
data from the magic table.
Okay. 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 So fine. So fine, Mahesh. Any questions you have?
I think I'm fine. So I don't have any questions.
So right now, where are you working now?
Yeah, I'm working in Bangalore currently. So in the
Yeah.
company called Agilix Tech Software Technologies. And earlier I worked with Coetrix. And before that, Affine Analytics.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Mahesh. So any other things you want to say?
The project you people are working on currently, so it's an ongoing project or it's a current existing project?
See, we have multiple projects and multiple things happening here. So we have development as well. So this requirement is for some new development. And we also have this existing project where the support is also going on.
Okay.
Okay. So,
And Mahesh, how soon you can join this?
Frankly, I'm saying already my project has been completed here, so I already relieved from the company as well, so I can able to join next Monday also.
Okay.
yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
we'll check and let you know, Mahesh.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you. Nice talking with you. Bye.